I am in a video game. And this isn't any video game. This is actually an interactive musical that combines all kinds of genres, and I get to play an opera singer. This is a freaking dream come true, y'all. And I'm gonna get to watch the final scene, like the finalized version of it with you for the first time later in this video. But first, I have the creative director of said game here. We're gonna take a quick peek at what it looks like.
WKRX Cordia, top of the hour. It is here, the Noteworthy Song Contest, kicking off at the grand stage tonight.
If I'm gonna win, I need something different, something new. We can combine different genres together.
You guys, this is Jason Wishnov. He's the creative director of People of Note, and he also happens to be one of my oldest friends. Not like senior.
No, just like we go back.
Yeah,
when did we meet? Like
you're
2014? What? I think it was like 2014. We met at like
2014,
like
maybe
at a
even
game
earlier.
launch party.
Yeah.
I know her as Ellie. I know that's not necessarily something people usually
You do
call
not
you.
have permission to call me Ellie.
Yeah.
This is like very reserved for a select few people, really a group of game friends mostly in Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're all LA chums. But anyway, I am the creative director of a game called People of Note. As mentioned, it is a musical. It is an RPG musical. It's based on Final Fantasy, some of my favorite games growing up. And I mean, I knew I had to call Ellie with what we needed, which we'll get to. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit about, like, you saw a little bit of the game just a second ago, but I wanted to really go into like how we use music and some of the really, really cool stuff we do in-game, because I think that's like all really, really interesting from a musical perspective.
I particularly love the way that Jason has blended genres in this video game. He's taken a ton of things that you wouldn't think go together and somehow put them together, and not just like for like one scene, but they get mixed together in so many different ways. I think it's a celebration of diversity and unity at the same time.
That is like a major theme of the game. And so we have here, should we put on our headphones?
Yeah, let's dig in.
Let's dig in. So we're here in the city of Pyre. That's the city of rap music. And I'm gonna go to a sound test to kind of demonstrate everything. Before I do though, I do just have to run on over to my best boy. This is an accordion. It's one of my favorite creatures in the game. There's
accordion.
Yeah, there's a lot of puns. Your money's called groove. At some point, someone steals it from you. You have to
get back your groove.
You have to
Did
get your
somebody
groove.
throw your groove off?
Yes. You have to go get it back. There's the coral reef and the acapella. If you like music puns, this might be a game for you.
It's the punniest.
Yeah, but I wanted to show off some of the dynamic music that we do. So here's what's crazy. A lot of RPGs have like single battle tracks. So
and RPGs are role-playing games. If you're not a gamer, by the way, this is not something that is just for gamers. We'll talk about that later and how that plays in to everything. But yes, sorry, dynamic music.
Yeah. So we have every different area in the game is based on a different musical genre. We have a progressive rock dungeon. We've got a K-pop nightclub. We've got a Celtic forest, which we'll see in a little bit.
Was there like a metal thing too for those metal people out there?
Oh yeah, that's the melting point. We can check that out too if you want.
Okay.
So we have all these different things, but every single one of them had to be composed in 11 different styles, because your band is composed of a pop star, a rocker, an EDM DJ, and a rapper. And in battle, as those characters use their abilities and even their special mashups, the music in battle dynamically shifts and alters between those 11 different styles. It's crazy. Let's demonstrate what we're talking about here.
Yes, please.
Let's play The Homestead. This is the country song. This is a standard country bop. This is a combat theme.
Country bop.
Country bop. Everyone knows a country bop. So we're gonna turn on the pop layer here, and let's see. That's gonna fade in over the course of a second. Sounds a little bit like maybe like Save Tonight. You know?
It's definitely Save Tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely Save Tonight.
You could superimpose Save Tonight over this right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna fade that off, and we're gonna go down to EDM. This kind of has more of like an Avicii vibe. It's getting the build right now.
I love how you nailed that.
But it's not just one. We could have more than one. What if we want EDM rock country? Let's turn on rock. It's like
Dude.
It's fading in some of the rock guitars. Any combination of genres you want.
So this means that Jason here loves math, okay?
I do, I love math.
How many variations were needed for each? Was it 11 you said?
11 per.
11 per.
I don't want to give away exactly how many areas there are, but I will tell you that in terms of individual combat tracks, there are over 130 individual combat tracks to take care of all of this. Let's listen, we got some K-pop. You want to hear some K-pop?
Yeah.
Like, this is the bass, right? It's like just standard K-pop. We're gonna hear some lyrics come in a second.
I'm excited about the fact that this game has K-pop in it because I really want this game to be successful. And K-pop Demon Hunters was obviously huge this last year. By the way, if you want to help us make it successful, put it on your Steam wish list.
It would be very helpful to do that. Don't even stop the video. Just head on over to Steam, hit that wish list button.
You don't need to stop the video. You don't have to purchase the game.
You don't have to purchase the game. You just say, I'm interested in this game. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. It's like worth half a sale just to put it on your wish list.
It's
seriously
extremely very helpful. Let's move this to EDM. Kind of add some different layers in there.
I actually really like the way that got spacious.
Yeah, like it adds like a reverb on it.
Yeah.
Let's add some rap in. Like it adds the kind of floor on the floor. God, I loved writing this track. And then like just a quick touch. Ooh, do you want to hear that metal?
Oh, there's your metal one.
That's EDM, so it's like
EDM metal?
Yeah. So this is combat. Let's add in the rock, some extra rock in there. This one's give it a second.
Oh, it actually like had like an Iron Maiden-ish tone to it for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like, what? I don't even remember. What is pop rock metal? It kind of adds like a little bit like syncopation and a little bit. Yeah.
Get a little pew pew.
Now, this is all just in a menu. You can play around with this, whenever you want. But I do want to like show some of the battle.
Let's go to somewhere in the game because this was all just playing with sound.
Yeah.
What is it actually?
This is a debug menu. You will not be able to do this in game, I promise.
And side note, if they wanted to get anywhere in the game but they didn't actually want to play the game, is that possible?
Yeah. So we have combat in the game. It's an RPG if you're familiar. We have puzzles in the game, but I really believe in players enjoying the game how they want to enjoy it. So if you're not into that, if combat stresses you out or you're not a puzzle person, at the very beginning of the game, when you start up, it's just gonna ask you, hey, do you want these things? Do you want to turn combat off? Do you want to turn puzzles off? You can. Essentially, it'll just become an interactive musical at that point.
Yeah,
but if either of those two things isn't your jam, by all means, play it the way you want to play it.
If you want to, you can go walk through an interactive musical and not make this a game at all.
Yeah. I mean, we're just getting a beautiful shot here of the lilting green. The chapter is called Wood Wind. Listen, there's a lot. You're gonna see, we're gonna do a quick scene here with our voice actors, Cadence and Fret. Cadence has never seen a place like this. We're gonna skip it for the purposes of just getting to the battle.
Okay.
But they're so cool, you should definitely enjoy the story. We're gonna skip the cutscene. You can really skip anything you don't like in the game. We're gonna drop a beat, which is gonna start a random battle. Let's see what we get here.
Ooh, I like the swirly swirl
effect.
Oh my gosh.
So these, let me just point out, those are stag pipes. And that one in the middle is probably a little bit more obvious. That is a harpy, a classic creature of Celtic folklore. That one was easy. I didn't have to work hard for that one at all.
I was just reminded, Jason showed me another creature that we'll get to in a little bit that particularly made me laugh because of things we have done on the channel.
Yeah, we can pull that up in just a second. So this is just a quick look at the battle system of People of Note. This is the rock Celtic version that's playing right now. And what that means,
it's heavier.
Yeah, what that means, I have poor timing. What that means is that Fret is powered up during this turn, so everything he does is gonna get a boost.
Ooh.
Yeah, now there's also mashups.
Because he's your rocker, so he gets
rocker.
to power up because we're leaning into that rock stuff. That's
Exactly.
cool, so whatever sort of music path you choose, you have bonuses, essentially.
Exactly, and
nice.
When their mashup bars fill up, which it's kind of like a limit break in another game, you have to take some damage first, then you can decide what mashup you want. They have different effects. Both characters are going to be powered up. It's this whole really cool system, and everything is woven into the music of the fight. And
everything is funny, because this is Jason.
And everything is funny. I can't see the screen. Wait, I can do this. So this
there you go.
This is another debug. Do you want pop Celtic, EDM Celtic, or rap Celtic? Just pick
I want EDM Celtic.
All right, we're gonna listen to that. Here we go.
Whoa.
And that means that Cynthia is gonna be powered up for all of their moves. Yeah, so they have Filter Suite, MIDI Max, Recharging Rhythm. That's just a heal.
That's fun.
This should help.
So this is how battles work.
Yeah, it's all turn-based, so even if you're in a battle, you can take as much time as you want, there's no rush. You can even turn off that kind of rhythm timing element. It's kind of like a little mini rhythm game thing, but if that's not your thing, by all means, turn that off. Fret's giving you some advice. Don't hit the harpy when it's in its Aeolian stance. Which there's so many. If you love music, I promise you there are hundreds and hundreds of music references and puns. They are nonstop. I spent 5 years putting as many as I could into the game.
But Jason was talking about this game back when I met him. He had this idea for it, and this is like the fruition of a decade of Jason.
It has been a long time, and I'm so excited to release this game and share it with everyone.
Keep in mind that one of my earliest memories of Jason was him perfectly rapping "You're Welcome" from Moana in a car before I'd heard it.
Like, you had at that point you had no idea if it was accurate or not. Okay.
No, I didn't. But it was like, what did you just do? You are such a music nerd. You're a video gamer, but you're a music nerd.
People have said I have theater kid energy, and I think that's accurate.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I think so.
Nailed it.
But here's the thing. I showed you some of the dynamic music here. Really cool, really fun. But ultimately, this is a musical. And what is a musical without musical numbers?
Right.
The musical numbers help tell the story of this game, and they are our big emotional climax moments. And I knew there was a moment, I was inspired by one of my favorite movies of all time, The Fifth Element. The Fifth Element opera scene is incredible. The Diva Plava Laguna in that scene is incredible. And I wanted a scene just like that. This is near the end of the game. There's a lot of lore being given in this scene. There's a lot of really important stuff, but just like The Fifth Element, I didn't want it to be in English, and I didn't really even want it to be in Italian or a Latin-based language. I'm like, we need a special, unique language made just for this musical world. Who do I know who can perform at an incredibly high professional opera level and has the linguistic nerd skills to make up, a la Tolkien, their own special language? There's only one person in my phone, and it's Ellie. So, you know, we're going to show you some of the emails here in a second and some of the reference material, but I called Ellie and I was like, Ellie, it's time. I need you.
I was like, finally, thank God. He's been talking about making a music game. I was at LA Opera when I met Jason,
yeah,
too.
Like that's how I met Ellie. It was like, and you invited me to the opera. I saw you perform.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I wanted to work on this music game, and I was just like barely holding back. Like just banging down your door like, hey.
When are you?
Come on.
Is it time yet? Here we are.
So I got the message.
So we're going to talk about what went into that, but I think it's time.
Can I see it?
You have never, just to be clear, you've never seen this.
I've never seen the final version.
We are telling the truth. There's never
seen it.
Yeah.
I heard what I think was the final.
Yeah, you've heard the audio. You've heard the audio.
But I've never seen what it looks like with the final scene all put together.
So we're going to pull that up and we're going to get your live reaction.
Okay, but also there are no spoilers in this, right?
Yeah, so because this isn't a fake language, you're going to see some scenes. You're going to maybe piece together hints if you're clever, but it's not translated. In the game, it'll be translated. Here, you're not really going to understand what she's saying, so you're not going to get any major spoilers, even though it is near the end of the game.
Yes.
So that works out actually really conveniently because we were like afraid. We're like, oh no, we're going to be giving it away. And I'm like, wait a minute. No one's going to understand what she's saying.
Nah.
Nailed it.
Okay, so let's watch this.
Let's watch it. Let's go.
Pause because I'm like pausing things, but I was like, oh, I want to let it go all. This is actually this is a short This is very short.
It's
for
a
an
miniature.
opera.
It's like 95 seconds, I think.
And which is necessary for cutscenes in video games, right?
You can't keep them too long.
But I'm like having these memories of like, oh, how did this get put together? And I'm like, oh yeah, I got some nice body in that low stuff there.
Yes, you did. And I want to be like super clear because like without the context, the Archaeans, your character is an Archaean.
Oh, I'm an Archaean.
You're an Archaean.
I didn't know that until just now.
Yes, you are an Archaean. That is the nation of classical music. They have the ability through song to project images and sound into people's minds.
Yeah.
And so this whole section is
So I'm
kind
an
of...
Elithid.
Yes, you're an Elithid. An Elithid, I would say.
An Elithid. Oh.
I am a type of person. So this opera number, like, Cadence is seeing these images, kind of explaining the lore of ancient Archaea, which I will not detail specifically. But that's kind of, we're seeing Cadence kind of receiving those images and sounds from you. Whose name is Annette, by the way. Your name is Annette in the game.
I'm Annette.
You're Annette, yes. Which we had not actually finalized, I think, when we were making the song.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
you were just the opera singer at the time.
We actually have so many things that weren't finalized when making this song. We'll talk about the making of it in a little bit.
But anyway, back to the actual song.
Yeah, I want to go back to the beginning of it because at the very beginning, I was like, oh, that's right. It goes really high, but we wanted it to be more ethereal and less like I'm dying. Because like typically for me when it's high and like this kind of ranginess that would symbolize more of the like young dramatic soprano, which is the kind of roles I played a lot in opera. For 2 years straight, I just died on stage. That was like my specialty.
You kept doing that. I'm like, come on,
kept
live
dying.
one time.
One time, come on, the one time I was supposed to live, the director was like, I'm gonna throw a twist in at the end of this opera.
No. Why?
And he's like, and as you guys are running off to be happily ever after, they're actually gonna catch you and you're gonna die.
Like the Sean Bean of opera.
Exactly. So just like wanted to point that out. I purposely was going for something that was more like lighter and had a little more breathy in the tone, which is not normal for opera, but then bringing more body in at the bottom, which is also not normal for opera. I was trying to like make it like merge essentially between, you have to have like a little opera approach, which is more like the Fifth Element, right? So I just...
Famous for the range. I mean, in that song.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
yeah, so back to the beginning. Here we go. And I remember making these words up.
We'll talk about that.
It's like fluty.
Yeah.
I wanted fluty there. I connected that well. Also, did you see my red hair?
It was inspired by Ellie there. I mean, the character is a little exaggerated, but the hair, we were like, we're making it red hair.
Look at my shoulders.
When we designed the character, we were like, what do we want her to look like? Let's give her puffy shoulders.
Puffy shoulders.
Yeah. I don't know if that's traditional opera garb, but Archaea is a different society.
Also, I like that you've got like the black and white thing going. It's like, it's very elegant, but at the same time, you've got like current Ellie is involved here because I've got like the black of metal. There's a certain like...
Yeah.
Gosh, oh my God.
I have another little surprise for you, by the way.
Oh.
I didn't tell you this. You might be wondering, well, who captured, like, who's moving? Like, is that the animators? Did the animators do that? This is motion captured.
Oh.
Do you want to know who motion captured this character?
Who capped that? No.
When you're an indie developer, you don't always have the resources to go and get, the union rates. It ends up being, we got to do multiple days sometimes. I put on that suit, and gosh darn it, even though I've never been in an opera, I dramatically as I could, acted out singing this song. So we had played your song, and I'm pretending to be you performing it, and maybe I didn't do the best job, but I did the best I could.
I do love, the hands are very expressive. You almost have like balletic.
I was like doing this.
Which a lot of like opera performers did at some point have some ballet studies for especially when you're like in the more classical type of opera, you had more hand expressions that were driven from classical ballet and
Yeah,
and
I didn't.
minuet dances.
I don't think I knew or do any of that. In the beginning, I like did this hand pose, like she kind of in the beginning kind of starts like that.
Oh yeah, that's the typical.
Yeah, so if there's anyone watching her movements and you're like, oh, that's not a natural opera singer, I do apologize. I did the best I could.
Also, the hair swoop, like sometimes underneath the headphones, I do this thing where like I'll use them almost like a headband and then push my hair
kind of
up.
like bring it up for some volume.
Yeah, and there have been times when I saw a video come back and I'm like, oh, that went wrong. So
Here it goes right.
Here it's like it's definitive. I have a hairstyle. I'm like, whoo.
Yeah.
Who actually did the art for the character?
So the character was originally designed by Tara. She was our character illustrator. She was like 21 years old when she started. She's
Whoa.
From Australia, the most incredible illustrator I've ever met. And then it was 3D modeled, I believe, by our modeler Aaron, and then it was rigged by another couple people, and then it was animated by David and Arden. I did the motion capture alongside. I mean, the whole pipeline of creating a moving 3D character, sometimes it seems easy with like, oh, one VTuber can do it. But if you want like high fidelity capture and like really bringing it up from the concept stage, it involves like 10 people. It is a crazy amount of work.
Yikes.
It's a lot of people, but I would give, Tara for sure, like major props.
That's
to Tara
amazing. Like that is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's keep watching this work of art.
What's happening here? Who knows?
So opera-wise, I am not a low voice. I just want to point that out. I like soprano, dramatic soprano, so I have more chunky on the bottom than most sopranos do, but I'm more chunky on the top too, let's be real. But those low pitches, I am really proud of.
You nailed it. And I was actually discussing with Adam, we'll get to Adam in just a second, like, do we feel comfortable going to this range? Like, where does Ellie sound best? And Adam was like, she can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Adam was like, no, she can do it. I was like, all right, let's go.
Yep.
And she did it. All right,
Yep.
let's finish strong.
I like that. Sorry.
And scene.
I just want to say, what emotion is brought to mind by that? We can't give anything away, but I have a feeling I have a pretty good idea. Because I might have received lyrics, which we'll talk about in a bit, but that part's redacted. I really like the way I did that S.
I do too. You might have noticed the audience is mostly empty there. This was a off-schedule performance put on for, we arrive in the city and we're like, we need to know about this. And they're like, you could stand to benefit from a bit of culture. You need to attend the opera. And they're like, just tell us. And they're like, no. Absolutely not.
The opera.
You shall attend the opera. They're very insistent about it. And so they open up this special performance just for them, which is why the audience is empty at that time. Also, it's easier to not animate an entire audience. But
it's like
whatever.
me telling Jason he has to come to LA Opera with me.
Which I did. Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit about how this came to be, and I'm going to show you something that you will never find in the game, which is all of these early materials. Kind of give you this idea of like how this process actually evolved into a glorious song and scene. So Jason gives me a call, and I'm like, yes, I'm in. And then we talk about who's going to compose the music, because while I can do some composition, I didn't think I really wanted to be the one writing it.
Yeah, and what was crazy is that the person we already had arranging the music, coincidentally, you happened to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Adam Goodman.
And Adam is an absolutely phenomenal composer, can write in all kinds of styles of music. He's also one of the quickest.
So fast.
And I have worked with him and collaborated with him on multiple things. Elsinore is one of them if you want to go check out another thing. And he's done lots of musical related things as well. So Adam and I knew each other. We could work together already well. And he essentially sent me a launching point. I love this email
Here's
from
the
Adam.
email, yeah.
By the way, April 17th, 2021.
It's been a little bit.
Right?
It's been a little, we've been working on it for a while. That's,
Like, at this point, Kirk and I are about to go on our honeymoon, and we don't have kids.
Yeah, it was a little while ago. Games take a while to make.
I love this. Hi, Elle. Here are some thingies you need for magic making. This is my trashy one-off 15-minute arrangement I did to give you energetic flow. But the whole thing will absolutely 100% be redone once I get your vocals. And this is how Adam works. Like, what is here is nothing.
15 minutes for him, though, is like 5 hours for another person.
Right, it's absolutely crazy. Please let me know if there's anything else you need from me, and I'll await further instruction. I've included a PDF and a piano-only sketch, so do with those what you will. If you want MIDI, I can do that, but didn't seem to be necessary. Thank you, happy Saturday. So,
He's working on a Saturday, first of all.
right. Yeah, exactly. I know he's just a total workhorse. This is the piano PDF. It looks nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, if you can read music, this ain't right. This is not what ended up being recorded at all.
Right? This was like helping to establish a vibe.
It was a vibe check. Yeah, it was mostly a vibe check.
Vibe check.
It was still like beautiful at the time. Like
Yeah.
I still think it was really, really nice. But I think when you have someone like Ellie, who obviously like, you know, you had suggestions, you were like, let's bring it down a third and let's do some other things. Both people kind of bounce off each other. Like once he got your first draft back, he was like, okay, hold on, and then just started like redoing a few things. You got that back, you changed a few things, and ultimately you both sort of like landed together in the same place.
Yeah, and there was so much back and forth. And I'll play a little bit of like one of these. Let's just play a little here of what we may have heard at the very beginning. Like, oh, there's a tiny bit there, like the Bailey-Loo.
Yeah. The string part here is actually a leitmotif we have throughout the game, and that's also in the final version. I mean, this is pretty good too.
Actually, it's pretty lovely,
Yeah,
right?
this is a lovely version. Should put this in the deleted tracks.
Actually, so we like I used a lot of this as inspiration for the melody and creation of the lyrics. But it's like, okay, so that's very different from what I see on this PDF. Okay, I've got this like piano thing, and let's start creating from there. So next step, lyrics.
So I sent over what the translated version is. And I think a lot of people would have just said, okay, I'm gonna make up some nice sounding, vaguely Italian sounding stuff. But no, not Ellie. Ellie, who loves fantasy and Lord of the Rings and nerdy challenges so much, was like, no, I'm going to develop the basic grammatical rules of a proto-language. And so wait, hold up, pull it up.
So Jason sent what you see in the bold here. Songs we sing, songs in time we sing. And there's a lot more that is in there, but we couldn't, I can't show you what's there because it would be a spoiler for the video game. And this stuff underneath, the Bailey-Loo Nemabe, that is me creating words that are representative of the actual words here. Basically translating it into my made-up language.
Yeah.
I think
Which has rules, which has, yeah.
So I decided I really wanted to make it fairly Latinish because a lot of people associate Latin sounds as being classical or timeless. I didn't want to go full Italian where I had like really hard rolled R's because I thought that'd be a little too aggressive for the tone that we were approaching. And also the vowels, I said no schwas, so no us, right? It had a lot more pure vowels. There are some mixed U vowel in there. And I also wanted to have softer sounds, again, avoid the hard plosives. Right, exactly. Don't want that. The S, even at the end, you noticed I was really liking the S. It's a very soft S. And you can see even the T and D replaced with a more forward the and the, which is, again, much, much softer. And I had some bass grammar. I was just starting to bring in different pronouns, essentially. And I was writing the IPA with
You're
them
such
too.
a nerd. You're such a
know.
nerd.
And I played around with the ideal of pluralization. I actually, somewhere, though I was looking for it earlier today, somewhere I have a printed out version of this where I added even more rules and translations, but this was the digital version, which was easier
Like
to
I can
find.
see you with like loose leaf paper scrolled around a desk and you're like, yes, of course.
That was exactly what it was like.
Like
And like, here's a
candlelight.
Post-it note here. And here.
Yeah, and you're like, wait, if I cross-reference this, possessive declension adds an S. Like,
So that gives you an idea of like how this was put together. And Baililu is songs, right? Nema is we, and Be is sing. I made
I
made a language.
You made a language, yeah.
Or at least I created a translation into a language. I didn't design the whole dang thing, but I made some rules up and followed them.
Yeah, the dream.
It's a fixed language system.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and for everyone at home, it's like you hear the final product and you think, wow, this is beautiful, this is ethereal, which is of course the tone we were looking for. You don't see kind of all the crazy stuff in the background, but I think, like, I keep bringing him up, but like that's kind of Tolkien, right? Like he had so much world building, he made these full languages. It's not that part of Lord of the Rings goes into 100 pages worth of like Elvish grammar rules, but it's that depth behind it that makes it end up feeling so real to the reader or viewer in this case. Like that stuff matters. It matters to the end product, even if it's not directly visible. That's what I think, anyway.
I think so too, and I love that this was, you said it was the first finished song in the game.
So because Ellie, of course, was the trained opera singer, of course, that we all know her to be, in every other song's case, when we composed it, we just had a temp singer. We hadn't cast anyone yet. We hadn't cast actors or singers. But so those songs only got finished like last year, basically, when we cast our final actors and everything. But we always knew Ellie was going to be the final performer for this. So this song was done effectively in mid to, like summer 2021. And it's been sitting finished on the hard drive, unchanged in any way since then. So it was the one song we had throughout this entire process that was like truly locked and finished. And it's good to have one truly locked and finished.
Right.
Everything else is moving around. You're like, oh my God, who are we going to get to do this? What do we do?
Right.
We have to change this key because this person can't quite hit those notes. Like, it was all a little chaotic.
Oh, speaking of, this was originally a third higher, and I was like, no. I want to drop it a third lower because of the overall tone. It doesn't need to be my head is falling off, right?
Yeah.
Right. And and I think it's important as well to mention that this was recorded and all done before I was pregnant with my first child. Mycroft is now 3.5 years old.
Mycroft is 3.5. He's out there like coloring right now.
Right? So it's like, it's just so crazy. The amount of time that is needed for something like this to come out. You hear about actors or singers booking things ahead of time and going and recording them, and then they have to just sit on it for years.
And I had people, Adam was like, whatever happened to that game we did? And I'm like, I'm working on it, man. I know, it's crazy. It just takes so long. Modern video game production, I don't need to get into it, but like, most of the games that come out and do really well, whether it be Baldur's Gate 3 or Clair Obscur, they've all taken 5 or more years, like all of them. But it's just like game worlds have become so immersive and involved and the production values have risen. You can try and throw 1,000 people at the problem, but then you lose kind of that soul, I think, that comes a little bit from a smaller team. Not to insult any of my AAA brethren, you do incredible work, but like we wanted this game to be a, artisanal batch, shall we say.
And I really believe, particularly in indie games, because we often get a lot more of that personality, of that characteristic in it. One of my favorite games to play is For the King. And when I was going through this with Jason, that was one of the first comments I had was, it reminds me of For the King because of the snarky humor.
If you know me as a person, like this game is like largely a physical representation of me and my dorkiness. But it's like, I love music, I love theater, I love RPGs. And if you love any of those things, I think you'll love this game too.
And you should put it on your Steam wish list. Did we mention that?
Yeah, and if I may make a small entreaty, I know that's kind of an annoying thing to ask of you, Ellie's fair audience and listeners. we are a small team. Steam Wishlists is really the sole metric by which Steam and other platforms kind of evaluate, hey, what's going to hit with the audience, what's going to work. And, if you guys could just take a couple of seconds and go wishlist it on Steam, it would mean the world to me and all of the incredible artists, including Ellie, who worked on this game. It really does make a huge difference for us, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost anything.
So that'd be like super nice, but
it's like boosting. It's like giving a thumbs up on a YouTube.
It's basically a thumbs up on a YouTube video, but for games. And by the way, if you're not a PC person, this game will also be coming out on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S and the Epic Game Store, I believe. So yeah, it's available on those platforms as well if you have them.
Oh, and it's on Steam Deck.
It's on Steam Deck. It'll be Steam Deck verified. I personally love my Steam Deck, so I put a lot of work into optimizing it for that, making sure the UI is readable, making sure everything's working great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and speaking of, there is one last thing in the game I do want to show off.
There's a couple things that I want to see. One is he's been teasing me with this other scene, so I want to see a scene that's like mine, but as somebody else singing. So I want to watch that, and then I want to see if you're thinking about that creature.
Yes, I am thinking.
I really want to see that creature.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's head over to the cutscene first.
Sure, let's do it. It'll be on YouTube.
Jason's gonna set the scene for us here.
Okay, this game is all about different genres of music coming together. We open off in the pop city of Cordia, Cadence entering the noteworthy song contest, basically Eurovision, and ultimately she decides that to really bring something new and fresh to this, she needs to incorporate other genres into her act, which in this world basically has not been done. So she leaves Cordia to journey to Durandus, the city of rock music, to try and find a classic rocker to bring in.
Wait, does it have anything to do with Duran Duran?
That is a reference, but also the Latin root dura, meaning hard or rock.
Ooh!
It's both.
Ha!
I love wordplay. Anyway, so she finds this guy Fret. And Fret's like an old dude. He's kind of an old... Fret, that's his name. He's kind of an ornery guy. It turns out he had a band long ago. It broke up under difficult circumstances, and he kind of feels, he's like, I'm a solo act from now on. So Cadence is like, you gotta join up with me. And he's like, this is never gonna work. And she's like, girl, and then this musical number starts at that moment. It's her attempting to convince him to try putting their stuff together, and he, at least initially, is not about it.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, let's do it.
Here we go.
You seem afraid of trying something that's new. The songs you play now being played by me too.
It's chiseled.
Stop these chords.
Daddy.
Let's lay down your voice and mine. Will it record? Pop and rock intertwined. Let's move on forward. We could explore these sounds together. Let's tear it down, make something better. Superimpose my sound with yours. Throw away what came before. This could be the way it is.
So this is the first time I've heard Cadence's voice, by the way, singing voice, and I think that there is so much personality in her sound. One of the things that I don't like is when people cast for something to just like sound good or sound pretty. I think it's important to have storytelling. So in my scene, I was really trying to bring the emotion of the story into my scene.
Yeah.
It was very important to me, and I hope it oozes that.
Because we're making a musical number, not a pop album, right? This is something we're telling a story through these songs. We're not just, oh wow, what a lovely voice, like you said. I mean, and so this is Lex. She's like an up and coming pop star in New York City. We found her, I don't know how we found her, but we had some casting agents helping out. We actually, with Cadence, we did a split cast. So we have a separate voice actor and we have a separate singer. They do sound remarkably similar, so you're not even going to notice in game. Lex is incredible. I loved working with her. She was so excited. She always said she wanted to be a Disney princess, and for her, this was like being a Disney princess.
Oh, I love that.
She's absolutely
and
having a blast.
She navigates her registers really, really well, where you hear her go up top and like lighten it up, or she can do other parts that are a lot more gathered in her sound. You guys have heard me talk about this a ton on the channel. It's really cool how she's using that along with just adding a lot of emotion into the story. I don't feel like she's going for this. She's not going for normal. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's going for extraordinary from the get-go, back to the beginning.
I'm afraid of trying something that's new. The songs you play now being played by me too. Atop these chords.
Like definitely more pop.
Yeah.
Voice in mine, will it record?
I like her hair.
Pop and rock intertwined.
Pop and rock
Let's
intertwined.
move on forward.
Proc.
We could explore these sounds together. Let's tear it down, make something better.
Nice.
Superimpose my sound with yours. Throw away what came before. This could be the way it
He's about to tell her. You can
Yeah,
feel
he's
it.
about to tell her.
I think you see us as just tools to rock harder, but this idea is from the starter, non-starter. You're a night owl. Rock music's our way of life. This is about keeping legacies alive. This ain't moving forward. Beyond
I like this is about keeping this ain't about keeping legacies alive. Is that the line? Wait, who did you write these lyrics?
I wrote these.
Nice.
So I'm not a composer, but I worked. So Jason Charles Miller was the composer for more than half of our musical numbers. I think 9 of them. He is the one who wrote this. And fun fact, he's also Fret. He is the one singing. He ended up, and that's not a split cast. He both voice acts and sings Fret and composed the song in which that character is singing. The dude is so talented.
Good for him.
He did it all.
And I really love the granularity of his sound. Like, he has that more weathered sound for sure. And I think it's important. I was really hoping with the rock sound that you would have something that was not super clean.
Yeah, he's kind of a grungy dude.
Yeah, you need like a little bit of sandpaper.
Yeah, and he's got so much. I mean, if you can go check out Jason Charles Miller's stuff online. Like, it is incredible. He's also, by the way, one of the lead singers in the Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack. I know there's a few of you out there. If you love the Shadowbringers theme, Close in the Distance, any of those, like, that's him. That's Jason Charles Miller. So you probably even recognize that voice, but he's got a huge, huge part in this game.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, let's go back to his entrance.
Yeah.
came before. This could be the way it is.
Mic drop.
think you see us
They can just summon their instruments.
to rock harder, but this idea.
I love the way that there was that mic drop, even the sound of it, and then his entrance with the guitar.
Yeah, so everyone in the game can just, basically a shard blade, can just summon their instruments. Because I was like, we were talking about it early on, we're like, do we want to like animate them like holding, a guitar on the back or mic on the holster? And we were like, no, let's just have them summon it magically, like our boy Sanderson.
They, if you guys are not aware that I'm a Stormlight Archives nerd, you should be. And Jason and I are part of a small group of friends that actually went and was number 3, I think, signed.
Yeah, Oathbringer. We went
In
to the
person.
Oathbringer in San Diego at Galaxy
Books or something.
Yeah,
I
Galaxy
think.
Books. And he doesn't do it anymore, but he was doing a book tour at the time.
Yep.
And that was really, really cool.
Yep, this is way back when,
Deep
before he
lore.
was even
Deep
big.
lore, yeah.
So it was really cool. Anyhow,
Yeah. Anyway, we love Sanderson.
Yep.
End of story.
Bond. Okay, summon
Think
guitar.
you see us as just tools to rock harder, but this idea is from the starter, non-starter. You're a night owl. Rock music's our way of life. This is about keeping legacies alive.
I like his tone.
Forward. The only thing we'll make is a new kind of mistake. There's no connection in our respective worlds, and I promise you, this ain't the road to pursue. We're better sticking to our perspective.
Is this really what you want? Your legacy to be saying no to the future, saying no to the dream.
Another fracture in style. We've seen enough heartbreak. You're too stubborn to see it. You're too slow on the uptake.
You're calling me.
I love the way you essentially clear the palette between the two different styles.
Yeah, we
That's
totally,
cool.
the 2 different stages, the dream stages we call them, cutting back and forth between them. This was actually a little inspired. There's a Dr. Horrible song where they go back and forth a little bit. I'm a huge fan of that song, so it was a little bit of an inspiration for this one.
Yeah, that's really cool. And there's even like a little, like it almost sounds like a little pixie dust at one point.
Oh yeah, so we did some like cinematic sound design. On the soundtrack, you won't hear that stuff obviously, but like here, kind of seeing the visuals of it, it helps kind of elevate what's happening in the scene.
That's hilarious. We've got some nice pixie dust to move back and forth, and I actually think that their voices work together so well. They're both so strong on their own and so individual, and like they both have very signature sounds. It would be hard for you to lose track of either of the voices in this.
And that's important when we get to the final verse, so yeah.
I'm also thinking like in the whole game, like you have to have that individuality in your characters if they're all going to hold up against one another.
Yeah, and we will have subtitles, by the way, in the game. They're not transcoded into the video themselves because we translate it in like 11 different languages. But
Whoa.
yeah, just, I do know that people do enjoy subtitles sometimes when watching like musical numbers or what have you.
Sweet.
So they'll be there.
Sweet. Okay.
The road and pursue will better
And the fire and everything.
No, it's fine.
Is this really what you want? Your legacy to be saying no to the future, saying no to the dream.
Another fracture in style. We've seen enough heartbreak. You're too stubborn to see it. You're too slow.
He has amazing
You're calling me.
precision and focus. She does too, but totally different.
Shut out the voices. Your heart is hard rock. Just let
Ooh.
something in.
Your heart is hard.
I'm proud of that one. I'm proud of that
Your
one.
heart is hard. Wow. Wow.
You shut out the voices.
Calling me stubborn, baby girl on the talk. You shut out the voices. Your heart is hard rock. Just let something in. Show me why you're a legend.
Oh.
As a favor to you, you've got 30 seconds.
Join me in chorus. Our future's before us.
We could explore.
This is a chance to make brand new sound taking shape. This is a fusion of our respective worlds. And I promise you, this is the road to pursue. We're seeing things from a new perspective, girl.
This'll be the way.
I have to say, when it got into the climactic moment there, I did get chills.
Yeah, little chills.
Yeah, I got
like
some
we
chills.
combine their two stages, so both their separate stages are kind of like environmentally mashed up, and like Sages Past, it's a very like kind of solemn number. This one's about the spectacle, right? This one's about like these. It's proving the concept of like really the whole game, which is like this can work, this rocks, which we know in real life. Like yes, pop and rock are obviously intertwined. In this world, it is not. So we really, really wanted to sell it, and I think this musical number. It does the job.
Yeah, I got really, really happy when that happened. I was like, yes, awesome. And I have to say, like, it makes me really happy to see that it was composed with that idea to be able to fold together. And I think it takes so much planning when you're, like, these are just two, right?
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about 11, like,
Yeah.
composing with that expansion in mind, that's difficult.
And I do want to give a quick shout out to Jimmy Hinson, Big Giant Circles, who did all of the dynamic gameplay music we looked at earlier. I don't know how that guy did it. He composed in 16 different styles for the game, from K-pop to classical to polka to, I mean, it's insane. I don't know how any of that is possible. I'm a designer and a writer and an engineer. And I guess a lyricist, but
And a lyricist.
and a lyricist, but like that
And a
stuff
great
is
friend.
it's so thanks,
No.
you're a great friend. But yeah, it's all crazy to me.
He mentioned polka, and we're gonna get there in just a moment.
Yeah, there's a reason I said that.
Yeah, but we'll finish this first.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We got our climactic moment.
Join me in chorus. Our future's before us.
We could explore.
This is a chance to make brand new sound taking shape. This is a fusion of our respective worlds. And I promise you, this is the road to pursue. We're seeing things from a new perspective, girl.
This'll be the way it is.
This will be the way it is.
This'll be the way
It is. Oh yeah.
this'll be the way it is.
Ooh. I liked the way that the stage shifted. It was like fire with him, and then when they were together, it was like fireworks.
Yeah. We were like, I mean, I don't know how you feel about this, but like we were really debating, like, do we pump up the cinematic sound on like the fires and the sparks because they look like they'd be really big, but you sort of lose the music a little bit when you do that. So we went back and forth. Ultimately, we decided to be on the more subtle side with that sort of stuff, but I just think visually it's so powerful in those moments. Yeah. And I wanted to let them, because they're already over each other, right? I don't want to let those two voices come through.
Especially because those sounds, they tend to have a pretty wide set of frequencies that it's like almost like white noise that can just drown out the music.
Exactly.
I'm glad that you guys chose to actually keep the music forward.
Yeah, which is ultimately, what the game's about. So
yeah, this is a really awesome scene. It happens early in the game, right?
Yeah, this is called Mashup, by the way. The name of the song is Mashup.
Mashup.
And it is the third musical number, I believe.
Third one?
Third one.
Okay, now there are a lot more musical numbers, but and I'm going to be playing through all of this as well. But there is one special thing before we wrap up this video today. There is one special thing that I just am still laughing about inside. I can't get over that I wanted to share with you guys.
Get ready for this.
This is quite possibly my favorite character and pun in the entire game that I've seen so far. I saved it for the end partly because it's just so funny. And I thought that you guys would particularly love this. And as we're showing you this, please make sure again that you've got this on your Steam wish list. Okay.
All right, here we go. So throughout the game, as you're exploring different environments, you might occasionally see on the ground or somewhere a light sparkle. You can see one just came up. They're a little bit hard to see, but if you spot one, you come over, you hit a button, and you go into a special battle. What is that? We'll find out in just a second.
Special battle.
It's gonna tell you what this is pretty fast.
So you guys, before we continue, I wanted you to look at this character.
Pause the video if you need to.
Yeah, and the editors have helped pause so you don't see yet what the name is. Can you guess?
Can you guess what it is?
Can you guess?
Hopefully you can figure it out. The polka is a clue.
And I would say like the facial.
Yeah, like what
features.
What this creature looks like is also potentially a clue as well. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
This is the weird owl. And Cadence is like, what is going on?
Sorry.
So every so often,
weird owl.
I love this dude. You can see, oh man. So every so often you'll find the sparkle, you run into the weird owl. This is a trivia minigame, so it's gonna ask you about various things you've encountered and experienced across the world of Note. If you get the trivia question right, you will gain a weird owl feather. And you're collecting these as you go through the game. Eventually you're going to meet a character named Ordinary Owl.
Ordinary Owl.
And he's just a little upset. He wants to be a little weirder. And you can help him out by giving him weird owl feathers as he progressively gets weirder throughout the game. And every so often, every couple of feathers you give, he's going to give you a better and better reward to help you out in combat. I
love that his hair is also the wings.
Yeah, we use some reference shots there.
Oh my gosh, it's too good.
Yeah, so anyway.
Ridiculous.
You received a weird owl feather.
Did you know that my typical weakness in D&D is that I am easily distracted by shiny things?
Oh, well, this game is for you. They're throughout the whole world, and it's super fun just seeing them and collecting them. That's one of the favorite, players have really responded very positively to the Weird Owl, and I'm happy to see that.
It's so funny.
It's enjoyable.
It's so funny. And you guys, that was just like a little tiny taste. This game it's huge. How many hours of play do you think a person might have?
If you're playing with both battles and puzzles on, I would suspect in the 25-ish hour range.
That's a long time.
So it's a big RPG. It's not going to be like Persona 5, if you're familiar with that. That's like a 90-hour RPG. It's just a little long. It's a little long for most people, so it's right in there. And if you decide to kind of skip combat or puzzles, obviously that number is going to be brought down significantly. But yeah, it's going to be worth your while. I mean, like Ellie said, there is so much in this game, and only a little bit of it from me. Our art team did such incredible work. All of the musicians, including Ellie, who put their heart and souls into this game. I know you're gonna love it. I really do. I have so much confidence in the team. I think it really just came out amazingly.
Shout out to Erica Lindbeck, too.
Oh, right, yeah, Erica Lindbeck. So, okay, super quick story. We originally obviously cast Ellie to be the singer, and that's kind of all the opera singer did at that time. It was just sort of just for this performance. But I realized, we need a little bit of extra, stuff in the city of Archaea. We need a little side quest. So ultimately we pulled in opera singer side quest. I won't tell you exactly how it works, but we needed someone to act, the part. And I said, who would be really good for this? And we went to our friend Erica Lindbeck.
It's amazing.
She plays Futaba in Persona 5. She plays Luna in Hell of a Boss, if you're familiar with that.
She's awesome.
She's awesome. So they actually play the same character for different parts.
But she's the VO.
She's the VO, and Ellie is the singer. That side quest rocks, actually. That one's super fun.
I love that it's Erica. When you told me, I was like,
because we're all sort of part of the same friend circle back in LA. But yeah, if you guys love music, and I know you do, because you probably wouldn't be watching this channel if you didn't. I really think give People of Note a shot. It'll be great.
Give it a shot. And I want to encourage all y'all to give this a shot, partly because I think it's going to be so much fun to talk about how we're exploring different genres, essentially, in this fantasy world. I think it's going to be a really rewarding musical experience. I think you're going to laugh.
Yeah.
I think you're going to laugh a lot. I think it's going to bring people a lot of joy. So don't just do it for us. Do it because you really love music.
Do it for the bit. There's so many bits in this game, oh man.
Right, and you'll fall more in love with music every step along the way.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for having me here and getting to show off the game to everyone.
Thanks, Jason.
It's been a blast.
Thank you all. May you fall more in love with music every day.